Hello and welcome back to my Let's Challenge of BioShock. In the last episode, we started this area, this wonderful area known as Hephaestus. We've already had lots of threats from Andrew Ryan. We tried to get through at the door to allow us to chase him down, to confront him, but he's locked it. And yet, it so happens that Ryan, as he probably well knows himself, has made quite a few enemies down here in Rapture. And it's these enemies that are going to be able to give us some assistance. We're following the trail of a young girl called Anya Andersdotter, who decided that she needed to become well, she essentially, decided that she needed to take things into her own hands, that what was happening with Rapture was not right, and that she wanted to try and take care of Ryan herself. Now, her plan ended in tragedy for her, but that being said, she has given us the keys for us to actually take on her mantle and actually challenge Ryan. So we're currently looking for a guy called Keybers. He's an Australian, I'm assuming an engineer, I think, who's brought, who came to Rapture, and we're looking to essentially follow his trail to how to actually unlock the door code, or essentially how to open up the gate so that we can actually finally confront Ryan. You're kidding me. I'm not sure this is is this possible? Is it going to be possible? It might be. Oh, look at that. It just gave me absolutely no ups, so I had to just scramble there. Solid. Okay, so we got some electric buck there. I'm pretty sure this is where we find our third Big Daddy, so having any spare electric buck is really no problem to us. Indeed, there is our final Big Daddy. Still need to finish off my bouncer research. That is the bouncer research done. So we get the fully researched bouncer. We've got fully researched little sisters. I think that's pretty much everything aside from Rosie's fully researched, which is excellent work. As a whole, very happy about that. And then, yeah, so we'll just continue to try and finish off, or, make our way through this section. As soon as we get through, as soon as we reach Keybers' door, we'll be able to find the next sort of set of, quest details for Hephaestus that will lead us to Ryan. I'll probably be able to do a decent amount of that as well, actually. You can see we get money so damn fast in this game. Do we want to battle you? Maybe not yet. Damn, turret. Yeah. You can see that enemies and stuff are not staying paralyzed for nearly as long as they were with Electrobolt, and that's just from the fact that we can now buy an Electrobolt 2. So naturally, your current Electrobolt is far weaker than, is not weak enough, and that's just there to sort of, try and gently push you in the direction of buying stronger plasmids. But honestly, the stronger plasmids, they're useful. They have certain really good abilities. But as a whole, they're nowhere near as viable as a lot of the other things you can get with your Adam. He's just going straight through that box on the floor. So. Anyway, so the Big Daddy here, we need him to pick up a little sister. Once he does, we may well challenge him because we can get the turret involved. Hopefully do a lot of damage with that and a lot of other things. So, come on, give it a nice big knock. Beautiful. Oh, that was very well, lovely. The best one we've had so far in Hephaestus. Good. Okay, so electric buck got. I might go to the UN vent and actually make some more electric gel. Electric gel is just so valuable, just as a general point. Having electric gel is incredibly useful. So I can't really, you know, have any flaws against not having it. So therefore, where was that? That UN vent was just here. Literally search the world and just not find a single useful thing. Okay, so is that affecting? So that's affecting Hacker's Delight. You know what? We're gonna make our these three, because I'm pretty sure these are these you can only get through hacking. Okay, Hacker's Delight, which essentially means we get more health from hacking, and we'll put that instead of Eve Link. We'll get Booze Hound, which means that we get Eve instead of losing Eve when you drink alcohol, and you get Bloodlust, which is all about wrench damage. You can quite legitimately go through the game trying to, you know, hit, trying to sort of almost specialize, I guess, have a character who's specialized as a wrench, because the amount of multipliers you get on the various damage that you do with the various tonics you can have for physical means that it is totally possible. Difficult, sure, but it's totally possible.
Spices are dragging the young woman off right now. I'm certain she's one of Ryan's spies sent to fill me out. I think she is. If I'm wrong, an innocent girl will end up on Ryan's bloody trophy wall. I'm right, Will. I've messed me right. The device is almost finished. I can't get soft now, I can't.
So there we see that Kyber has a device, and also that he was the one who actually got Anya essentially caught. So yeah, there are two big turrets just there, which are an absolute pain. Seeing as we don't have any other like big daddies to worry about, that makes a lot more sense there than just. So yeah, as you can see there, yeah, so if your plasmids are losing their effectiveness on these tougher enemies, maybe you should consider buying the more advanced versions. Buy into the economy, essentially. So, as you can see, we need to find the EMP bomb. I sort of gave it away, actually. As we heard another Houdini rattle around. complete. Okay, so sort of rushing a little bit, so we'll just slow down, make sure we collect everything. As far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure in order to get to the EMP bomb, we need to get through this area. So you head through here, head through this crawl space door, and that reveals to you this. So as the device is incomplete, find a diary that explains how to complete it. You can also find dollars. The director's commentary for this area is located down there. So for those of you playing on the PS4 version, that's where you found it. That's where you find it, I should say. We have assembling the bomb and damage research.
One charge of nitroglycerin in my office. That will serve as the catalyst. Now I need a 4R34 lead shield wire stub to pass the circuit. Then a half can of ionic gel. That's the pretty Betty of the mix. Should send the core into compensation mode, push power down the line and trigger the circuit breaker on Ryan's gate. Well, that's the theory. It'll either work like a charm or blow up half of Rapture. Nothing ventured.
So we talk about that, and essentially we now have our next sort of set of completion. So the R34s you can get from searching Big Daddy corpses throughout the map. So obviously we've already killed 3, which the 3 here. So along with that one found there, you have 4. But there's also the Big Daddy located at the top of the, just simply at the top of the map here. And there's also a Big Daddy, I think in the water, through that sort of first section. Coming from Ryan's lab. So there are more than enough Big Daddies for you to search, for you to get everything. There's nothing really through that crawl space area. It just leads into this door, which was already open, so I'm not entirely sure what that's about. There is stuff located under there, you can see, so I think that should be through Keyburz's office. And so we have the door. So Australia Day, I believe, is the 26th of January. Whoops, do not hack. And as you can see, I just needed to put it in the right way around. So you can see he's been pretty busy with setting up all of these trap bolts. If you could get a Big Daddy just to go through here, you'd probably do a hell of a lot of damage to him. What's the point of that one? Okay, so pistol rounds, we can find some more very useful ammo and some other invention items. I'm pretty sure there is a trophy for inventing a set number of things. As we can search the desk, find another diary from Ryan.
Of course. Have some chosen to destroy themselves with careless splicing on the Nile. But I will make no proclamations. I will dictate no laws. The great chain moves slowly, but with wisdom. It is our impatience that invites in the parasite of big government. And once you've invited it in, It will never stop feeding on the body of the city.
So, once more, we can upgrade another weapon. So, we'll go Chemical Thrower this time. That'll give us another trophy for 3 for the upgraded weapons. We'll then also hit the intriguing switch on the side here in order to access the nitroglycerin, which is needed for the door, essentially. Sounds like a turret. Is a turret. So where the hell did that turret come from? Is the question. Or maybe it gets opened when you hit the switch, just to sort of throw people off. Anyway. So yeah, so the nitroglycerin is one part of the bomb. The other one is obviously these half can of ionic gel. We've obviously seen so much ionic gel throughout this this run that that really should not be a problem. I'm just wondering, how on earth do we get there? Is that, yeah, close. If you can see stuff there, there's always going to be some way of getting to it, and as you can see, this is just a
I tracked the problem that was blocking the tubes here, and you'll never believe where I ended up. The damn farmer's market, clear on the other end of Rapture. I fixed it right up and installed some new gaskets. Oof, what a mess. Anyway, the code is 0512 if you ever need to get back in there to do maintenance.
Okay, is that 0512 for a different code that we haven't quite found yet? Slightly worried as to where that might be. I might have missed it. So yeah, so we need to find essentially 3 more Big Daddies and two quarter cans of ionic gel, and then I think we'll call this episode to an end. There shouldn't really be any trouble with it. Yeah, shut up. That was beautiful. Crossbow's so satisfying to use. So there's one of the Big Daddies.
I heard it too.
Houdini. There's one of the quarter cans of ionic gel. Maybe I got the wrong type of splicer as the one that actually starts disappearing. Maybe nitros start disappearing too soon. That'll be a problem. Okay, so another quarter can of ionic gel just there. We killed a Big Daddy up top, and we also killed a Big Daddy. Is this where we came through? No, this is geothermal control, isn't it? Don't need to do that quite yet. There is a Big Daddy, nothing to worry about. We'll just... interesting. There's a bunch of these that are kind of useful. Electrobolt 2 is now only 20, which is incredibly cheap, actually. But I'm pretty sure what happens is that if you buy Electrobolt 3, it overrides Electrobolt 2, so there's no real point. As it is, I think we do need to max out our plasmid slots anyway, so we'll get Incinerate and put that in. Not that that's actually at all useful for us. Spider slicer, I should say. Spider slicer. We definitely killed a Big Daddy in heat loss monitoring, I have a feeling. Yeah, it's down this corridor, wasn't he? Was it not? It's fun just being able to wreck shop with the grenade launcher, I'll be honest. Now you can see there, that's a lead head that took like 3 frag grenades to the face, so definitely things are changing. See, I could have sworn that we killed a Big Daddy in this corridor. But we may well have, and it might not have considered it for whatever reason. The corpse might have disappeared. Whatever reason it is, unfortunately, that's not going to help us. So we'll head back round, try and get to the entrance area. So just essentially climb up. There's one. Lovely. 1, 2. That's the workshops that's taking us to Keybears. So I think, pretty sure there was one up here. Still can't pick up the napalm. Can definitely pick up that first aid. Pretty sure there's one in like the water at the top of this area. So hopefully I'm right. Just die. Getting a little worried by this, but really, yeah, there we go, lovely. Okay, cool. Okay, so we found all 4 of everything. So we've got the nitroglycerin, we've got the R34s, and we have the everything else with it. I think now all we need to do is assemble the bomb itself, which just means heading back to the workshops and putting everything together, putting everything in the mixer, as they might say. And then after that, we will be dragged back to geothermal, I believe, before. So you can see that definitively the lead heads are the ones that have received the biggest sort of buff in terms of like ability to take hits, whereas everyone else sort of still is a bit weak. As we actually find that's Keybears' body.
What a balmy dream. It's some kind of fruit tree spinning like a top. And it was pouring juice down Ryan's throat, choking the bastard. But it wasn't a tree, really. When I looked closer, it was the core control. The gizmo that feeds the mag locks on Ryan's gate. You can't cut off the power. It comes right from the volcanic vents. Ryan always gets his juice. But I suppose you could drown the son of a bitch in it.
So there we see Keybears coming up with his plan. Essentially, you know, you can't cut off the juice. You can't, you know, stop the geothermal vents from, you know, providing Ryan with what he needs. What you can do, obviously, is you can actually overload those vents so that they start producing more and more, and then it gets to the point where it's just going to erupt. That's the plan. Is it going to work? We shall see. So, down here, there's the bomb. I think I need to find that safe with the 6 frag grenades in it. But anyway, bomb casing, that's the ionic gel, that's the nitroglycerin, that's the R34. And now we can pick up the device and just casually carry it around nice and simply, just on our person.
Does it look like it's a real bomb? It better. You got to put it on the core, past geothermal control. And we'll see if these needle noses knew what the hell they were talking about.
And suddenly you start seeing why the crossbow becomes so insanely good in this last sort of section of the game. It one-shots literally every enemy with a headshot, pretty much, especially if we get the added damage. I'm sure it will. And that's just, you know, so invaluable. I'm sure you can imagine. I don't know. Was it in Kilos' office? I don't think it is. We may well just have missed the that safe somewhere, unfortunately. But alas, that is going to be that. We'll start making our way over to we'll start making our way back. Oh no, it's along here, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Yeah. Get destroyed. Sure, it's just around here, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one. Give me my 6 frag grenades.
But he does.
Just a Houdini down in one shot. Beautiful. Okay, so I think that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. And I hope you'll join me on the next, where we will be making our way over to geothermal control, setting up the bomb, and then finally we're going to be able to confront Andrew Ryan. So I hope to see you on the next episode.